Cooney, loser, bold guy. Cooney, 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 Cooney. Cooney, 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 Cooney. Cooney, 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 Cooney. Cooney, Cooney, upstays alive.
All right, welcome back to Raccoon Tweeties. Let's get right into it, Gerardo.
Yes, sir.
Big news, big news. So on today's episode, we're going to look through reviews of Flappers Comedy Club in Burbank. I got the idea because today I was tagged by Erin Lampart, very funny comedian in Los Angeles. She tagged me in a Yelp review, a negative Yelp review about Flappers.
Yeah.
Now, Erin is one of the early adopters of the Flappers pilot. You know, she read it and she loved it, and she was one of the first people to tell me. So I always pay attention to what somebody as smart as Erin has to say. And she had tagged me in this review, and I was like, well, this is pretty funny. We'll go over that review too. Maybe we should start with that review. Why not?
Can you tell me what would your 5-star Yelp review of Flappers be?
5-star would be a half star.
What you can't? You have to put 1.
Oh, okay, it would be 1 star. Let's see. Dang it. Should I?
Is it a 1-star review?
This is a 1-star review. You want to pull it up on my Twitter, maybe?
I can pull it up here on Yelp, actually.
Oh, duh.
Yeah.
See, that's why we have Gerardo, folks, for the technical aspect of the show.
Is it this one?
No, because it's a Karen, but that's so funny that there's more than. Hey, scroll down. We'll read that one too. Somebody named Karen.
How do you want to start this, though? Do you want to start this chronologically, or do you want to do it 5-star, 4-star, 3-star, 2-star, 1-star?
Maybe let's just go through all the 1-stars real quick. You know what? Because eventually we'll get to the one that Aaron tagged me in, but let's go back up because that one seemed funny.
What about the growth of it? Do you want to go from recent to least recent, or do you want to go from least recent, like early?
Oh, let's go most recent.
Most recent? Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Here we go. So this is the first one.
Can we do most recent 1-star reviews?
Yeah.
Okay. It seems like I won free ticket. Actually, you want to read it or do you want?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It's posted from KK from San Diego, California. So they took a trek to Flappers, dude.
Yeah. Sorry they had to come all the way from San Diego to see Flappers.
I pray to God you did something else in Los Angeles.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
But
They couldn't have just come down to see Hal Sparks, you know, or Jeremy Piven.
Do you think any of the 1-star reviews include Jay Leno?
Maybe. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'd prefer to see Jeremy Piven to Jay Leno, to be honest. I don't have anything against Jay Leno. I'm just not interested, really.
Yeah.
You know? But Jeremy Piven I liked in Entourage.
I find both of them interesting, dude.
Interesting?
Yeah.
Look at you guys. I've been working on memorizing the Gringo Poppy. I'm about 3 minutes in. 3 to 4, arguably 4 minutes of memorized. I did it. I read the Gringo Pop, like I did it verbatim because I picked up Bianca Cristo from the airport. And I was like, do you want to see? And I did it. And when you just say the words, it sounds like gibberish.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Like there's so many things. The part where he's talking about the vaccine and he's like, it's so confusing. I got on the phone with my mom. I remember I got on the phone with my mom. I was like, Mama, are you getting vaccinated? She's all, I wasn't, but you know I love donuts and fucking. It's like, what? What does that even mean? Okay, Mr. Whole Foods. Why?
Speaking of which, if you want to see a sneak preview of it, join our Discord. You have a video of you doing the Gringo Poppy on Discord.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, there is a recording of me doing like 2 minutes, I think, of the Gringo Poppy.
But let's go back to this KK review from San Diego. She hasn't reviewed many places. Only 35 places she's reviewed. So, you know, it's hard to get to her.
Seems like a real person, though. That's enough that it's like, yeah, it's probably real.
So it says, it seems like I won the free tickets, but I misunderstood and thought it would come with free food. I tried to confirm, but no one hasn't followed up on my email for 3 weeks. And then I like how she just gets into it, dude. She doesn't give any like context or anything. She's just like, I thought there were free tickets, no food, you know?
I'd love to know what comedian she saw, but you know.
It looks like it's just the experience is awful. It's all I'm reading here. I just got a phone call from Liz with an angry tone. Do you know who Liz is?
Don't know Liz.
Oh, okay. The turnover at Flappers is astonishing.
Yeah, it's pretty high. And also, you know, the people that work there claim I don't know them. So Coco Briscoe apparently has not. I've never met her.
I went to an open mic this last week and somebody asked me, have you been to Flappers? And I was like, no, I could never go there. And then they go, what? Why you're banned? Flappers banned you? And I was like, I don't know. I don't want to find out.
No, you're probably not banned, but I am.
Yeah.
We're going to film me going there soon. I don't know if I'm really banned We'll find out.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll put that by on Patreon too.
Yeah, we got to get one of those police body cam of cameras.
Well, I'm going to go there with Lisa Chanou, and Lisa Chanou is going to film me. I'll get it. She said she'd order me some drinks. I'll get a little bit,
tipsy.
I'll get a little too much Cooney there. We'll see what happens.
All right. And then, so Liz blamed her for throwing her under the bus. This is not my intention. Why she couldn't tell me I misunderstood. This should have been the easy communication. Okay, so maybe a foreign exchange student of some kind that lives in San Diego.
See, the original experience was awful. We didn't have a choice for the course, and the salmon came out raw as well.
They serve salmon?
I guess. We were disappointed, but we have not complained about it as we just came here for the show. And now one of your servers called a customer with an angry tone. It is not professional at all. If the manager reads this, the original email I sent was my misunderstanding. I'm not sure how you approached it to Liz, but at least I don't think, whatever, fuck that. No one corrected whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah.
That one was boring, but somebody said it was useful. That's how much people hate flappers.
Let's
how
just
can
say
you possibly?
It's cool.
No, let's not read.
Okay, so this one is Vicente, dude. Okay, we got a Latino complaining about flappers. This is my kind of cup of tea right here.
Right.
Worst experience ever. Do yourself a favor and avoid this place at all costs. Agreement there. Prepay for dinner and a show and or table. Got no service the whole time. We were there until we flagged someone to give us a refund. Never again, even for Kevin Hart, who was amazing.
Damn, they saw Kevin Hart and they didn't have a good time.
Yeah.
They're ruining Kevin Hart's brand.
I mean, that's Flappers bread and butter right there.
I'm surprised that they didn't get any service because you'd think that Flappers would be dying for people to buy drinks and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that. And why did they want They wanted a refund because the food was bad.
Well, keep in mind, Flappers already got their paper from them. They prepaid dinner and a show. So if they don't give them the food, then they save on
how
costs.
does the prepaid thing work? They just get dinner or what? I must get 2 drinks as well.
Do you want me to look into it on flappers.com?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah. I'll take Vicente's word for it.
Yeah, Vicente looks like a good guy. Married from Glendale. This one's from Carol N. in Torrance. 1 star. All these are 1 star. Came by myself. That's first mistake right there.
This isn't as good as the T-Fat-K subreddit, but it's getting there.
Took forever to get my salad and juice. Then had to wait till almost the whole room had left to finally get my check. Had to sit through the last 45 minutes of the show uncomfortably having to use the facilities but not wanting to desert the table waiting for this check. Had the table light on the whole time and never had anyone stop. The couple in front of me was occupying the waitress several times throughout that time, but she wouldn't check on me. When I finally got the check, she stopped to advise me they were short-staffed, and I replied she would be short-tipped, according to which she snarkily replied, "That's fine. You do what you want." Super disappointed with the service.
Damn, so they're short-staffed. I wonder why.
Yeah.
Probably because they're not doing too well.
Yeah.
And how can they convince people to work at such an establishment?
Yeah.
This lady's a bitch for saying that, though.
Yeah.
Be short tip. What is she, Tim Heidecker? Not that Tim Heidecker doesn't tip or anything, but like it just reminds me of that. Do you ever watch the movie The Comedian?
No.
There's this great scene in it where it's like his character and the other guy, and they're like harassing a cab driver, and they keep saying, "You're not gonna get no tip. Not gonna get no tip." It's pretty funny. I can't really do it justice, but anyways, scroll. Fuck you, Carol. Let's keep scrolling.
Well, also too, I wanted to say that I forgot what I was going to say.
I cursed.
Yeah. Oh, it's all good. What was I going to say about this here?
Who cares, dude? You'll think about it when we roll. Not that I don't care what you're saying. I'm just saying, like, this chick sucks.
Well, here we got another ethnic. It looks like Nanyamka. That seems like a NPC, dude. These like when it's random names like that, I don't trust the source.
What is NPC again?
Non-playable character.
Non-playable.
Yeah.
I'm leaving this review solely about the service received and absolutely not about the gut-busting laughter of the show watched. Afion Crockett is really good. The show is phenomenal.
Wait, you've skipped. This is my 5th or 6th time coming here. My 2nd time attending Afion Crockett's annual birthday show. Show was phenomenal. Service is what, if that's what you want to call it, was a huge disappointment at best. Tim L. was our server and clearly was unhappy the entire time. Our basics orders seemed to annoy him at every turn. He was unpleasant, dismissive, and short. It was a busy night, true. As a patron, I don't want to feel the stress you're experiencing. It's a shame because the food was yummy. Management, please have a talk to Tim L.
And they say that it's only white people writing stuff like this and speak to your manager, but certainly not Nanyaka at Afion Crockett's annual birthday show.
Yeah.
I doubt that that's a white person.
Okay,
A
so
lot of people have problems with buying tickets online. There's like a scam or something going on.
I'm telling you, dude, if you're buying your food and tickets online, they already got the cash, dude. They don't got to.
Sounds like we might need to drain the swamp at Flappers a little bit. You know?
Yep.
Take a look at what they're doing. Okay, it's not above board. Okay, Flappers.
Insider trading at Flappers.
Don't buy your tickets online.
Don't get the prix fixie menu, and probably don't go on Sunday. We paid $30 each for our tickets on the website, 25 plus 5 convenience fee. But when we arrived, they were charging 15 at the door.
What? So they had to pay 15 on top?
I guess.
And what's a $5 convenience fee? What's that? That sounds like some Josh bullshit. Josh the Booker is convenient for Flappers, not convenient for the person who has to pay $5.
He said the waitress didn't take our food order until 40 minutes into the show, never brought our salads. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
You know? And then billed us for soft drinks, which we were supposed to be included. There was 20% gratuity automatically added to the bill, which would be fine, except it isn't clearly indicated when you buy your tickets online. I'm not going to comment on the quality of the show, since that's going to vary depending on the night and lineup. Wow, very respectable gentleman here, Stefan. But one of the headliners was slur his words and lose his train of thought drunk.
Bappa was there? Was this the night that Bappa did Flappers?
In total, we paid more than $250 for 2 tickets to the Sunday night show, 4 cocktails, 2 each, 2 entrees, 2 desserts, and 2 teas. Not only was it not worth it, but it was the most expensive comedy show I've been to at the most underwhelming club with the most underwhelming lineup. The food was the highlight, even though it was way overpriced, particularly since we never got those salads. Not recommended.
Damn, who wrote that? Rogan and Shorty Pie? That was good. That's
Stefan.
crazy. That is crazy.
This next one's from Rohit K. So Stefan is from Los Angeles. Rohit here is from Indiana. I was there on November 6th. I would laugh if somebody was there. I was there on January 6th. I was not
January 6th.
in Washington, D.C. For Maz Jabrani's show. I made a mistake and booked tickets for the other show, which was scheduled at the same time as Maz's show. Even though it was my mistake, I could not believe that they charged the same for their side show as the Maz Jabrani show, including the 2-order minimum. The side show was just awful. I saw the Adam Cagley show. There were probably 10 to 12 comics performing in 2-something hour window. Some were decent, but some were so boring that I could have fallen asleep. That show had only 4 tables full of audience, and most of them were friends and family of people performing.
Damn, so he's in the Yoo-Hoo room.
Yep.
They put up this poor man from Indiana in the Yoo-Hoo room.
Hey, yo, Rohit, that's the Yoo-Hoo room, bro.
Yeah, you got to get in the main room.
Yeah, Maz ain't gonna be in there. There was also a raffle draw, which unsurprisingly was won by friends of the performing comics who were there to support them.
So he's mad he didn't win a raffle? The raffle's probably more tickets to Flappers. Do you want to see this again? Yeah. You're so bored you were going to fall asleep. Who that is? Adam Cagley. Nobody knows that. He didn't even make that idiot's list that we read.
This one's from Jessica R. Burbank native, dude. Okay. I came here a while back and it wasn't a bad experience. I wish I can say that for this time around. My boyfriend and myself went this past week. I wish I could say that for this time around. My boyfriend and I went this past weekend. The experience was disappointing. The woman that sat us, Ashley, she's dropping names, dude, was great. She sat us in the long row, not the tables. When she sat us, there was people only to the left of us. The place was still filling up. I noticed the couple to the left had drinks and ordered. 10 minutes goes by. No one came to take our order. A couple sat down to the right. Within minutes, they were putting their drink and food order in. So I continued to be patient. I finally got up and asked Ashley, because she was the only one I saw at the time, I asked her why we were invisible. She asked if our light was on. It was on the whole time. She said they'll be right over. That never happened. Another couple sat down and has drinks on and food on the way. I felt so stupid. We were the only ones sitting there without anything. I just don't understand how not one waitress noticed. I was just sitting there like I was. Okay, yeah, this one's boring.
As hell. You didn't get your drink. You could have said that in one sentence.
Yeah.
You forgot to give us her drinks.
The only thing I learned from this is that Jessica got an F in fucking English
Jessica is a Karen, like they say. Let's keep scrolling. I wonder if we can get far enough back to where there's some Coco Briscoe.
Their drinks are so weak. Y'all really should put more alcohol in your drinks. That will make people laugh more and help the comedians.
She wrote it twice. She's like, okay, we get it. You drunken Jenny. You got a problem.
Oh, yeah. She did it 3 months apart. Jenny. Hopefully she's sober. Back when I was barely started working, I was depressed, so I went to this comedy store. This is not the comedy store,
This
sir.
is starting out a little dangerous.
To cheer me up, I sat down in the back, bought a drink, and watched the show. I was happy and laughing, enjoying the show. Later on, I was told to buy another drink or leave. I said I gave you my only money I had, so I was kicked out because couldn't afford another drink. This was 10 plus years ago. I will never go to this. This is 10 years ago. He's barely reviewing it now. When I was pouring depressed looking for this comedy store, it took my last dollar. I had to kicked out just because I couldn't buy it. Okay, so he's just repeating himself.
As a grown adult, I realize you're wrong for doing that to a 20-year-old. I will never. Wait a minute. He's 20 years old. He couldn't buy a drink, though. I'll never forget this experience. I was embarrassed having to walk out in the middle of the show. Mind you, this is over a $15 drink. Being older than I was pretty. That's why this guy sounds like he's all fucked up.
Yeah. Washington D.C. They're not sending their best. Okay, we got receipts on this one, dude. I've been going to Flappers since they opened regularly. I'm a local and proudly give them my business, not because they have great food, best drinks, or top comedians, but because I'm loyal to local businesses. Tonight, I paid my bill and I was walking away and I noticed they charged a credit card service. I was upset. I asked the manager to explain and he said, well, gas stations do it. Wrong. Almost no business charges. The customer, and yes, some gas stations do, but it's up in huge light up numbers. The price for cash and charging, a customer has a choice and even not to go there. They do not tell you there's an extra charge, which is illegal. I don't feel like a valued customer anymore, so I won't be going there any longer.
I love it, dude. Flappers is looking for any scam they can do, like some random fee, like some gas. And I can only they probably train their employees and they're like, now listen, some people will make a big deal out of this small fee that we charge. Okay, it's not. And when you tell them that gas stations do it,
also do it, yeah.
Why would you say that?
Yeah,
why would that make anybody feel better? What's a place that charges you? Like if there was like a cover or something like that. And you're like, why is there a cover? I already paid for tickets to the show. And they're like, well, strip clubs do it. You're like, yeah, it's not a strip club.
Yeah.
I expect a cover at a strip club.
But
No. I mean, when you get in there, we can make Jay Leno take off his pants.
But check out the last line of this review.
They should be telling the customers.
What? No, the last one.
The owner does not belong in our city. Well said, sir. You're right. Barb does not belong in this. Barb belongs in a cage.
How much do these drinks cost? Jack Daniels, $10. A Perrier bottle, $6. A Diet Coke, $6.
Yeah, they do like movie theater prices for these drinks. It doesn't make sense.
Also, the charge is never a percentage. The credit card charge is never, it's just a processing fee, like 75 cents.
And what they do, like a 2.5%. So like the more you spend, the more you pay.
Yeah.
I love Flapper scams. I hope more come out in these reviews.
God.
That was the first one that made. There's 7 one-page reviews.
Oh yeah.
God damn. Let's go all the way to the beginning. Yeah. Let's look for a Coco Briscoe one.
Let's see if it goes more than 7.
Command F and do Nicole.
Oh, it's not going to happen. I doubt they're going to have Briscoe.
But just try it. Just Command F and do Nicole.
This
is really hard to do. No, not Briscoe, Nicole. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell at you.
It's all good. So the first review they have here is Hercule, which is a weird name. It says
boring.
Boring white noise hack comedy punctuated by occasional stars. 2011, dude.
Scroll up.
Oh.
There's no service even though.
You have to read it out loud for the audio only.
I know, but I want to see if it's funny before I say it out loud.
Oh.
No, it's not good. This place was the worst. Traveled from North Carolina to have poo thrown on me and my wife by an idiot who owned the place. Hassled the entire time to drink more by servers who don't care about your well-being or health. Strongly advise avoid this tourist trap. Poo?
I guess.
I need more explanation, Derek.
Yeah. This is the only review he ever made.
That sounds fake. Maybe it was a comedian who was mad.
Went there today for their 2 milk minimum show for families. The show was good except for the 12-year-old kid singing.
This guy's great.
but the service for food was really bad. We ordered milk for our kid, and he took a sip and said it tasted sour. It was probably Barbara's breast milk, dude.
Ugh.
Yeah, baby. Raccoon Tweeties. I looked at the milk, and it turns out the milk was expired a month ago. I told the server she didn't apologize whatsoever. We ordered water for him instead, and that took a long time to come.
Oh, this one's boring too. Maybe we should have read them all before we started. Skip. This is boring as shit.
But this one's super useful. Everyone said it was useful.
This guy sucks. Maybe it's like stupid people are watching it because it's 2 milk minimum. They're looking for somewhere to take their kids or something. But yeah, no. Although okay, this one's good. You can do this.
Although the comedians might be good on their own right, this place treats their employees really bad. I've witnessed the female owner, Barbara, be rude, disrespectful, and put down her staff in front of customers. This has happened multiple times. It makes you wonder how she's treating them when customers aren't around. I've also talked to the staff and found out that during their interview process, Flappers makes them work for free and won't pay them. They call it a working interview. To my knowledge, that is illegal. They allow smoking in the back of the building. Burbank is non-smoking, all caps. So to have a local business allow their guests and performers to smoke in Burbank is not community friendly and breaking the law as well. Keep your eyes open the next time you're there. Although it's a comedy club, behind the scenes, no one is laughing. They don't treat their own employees very nice at all. Hence the extraordinary high rate of turnover. The few times I've been there, I've never seen the same staff. That's why I asked one of the employees who was glad to vent. I do not support them and do not recommend them.
Did I write this review?
Amy H., North Hollywood resident in 2015.
That was a good one. Hold on, stay on it for a second. This is hilarious. Barbara is rude and disrespectful and puts down her staff in front of customers.
Yeah.
So she's saying that Barbara is like shitting on people in front of
in front of paying customers.
So there are people watching comedy.
Yeah.
And she's just like, you got it wrong. You did it. What a terrible person Barbara is. And good for you, Amy. Thank you for speaking up for those who are voiceless. Yeah. I've also talked. So she literally is saying that she talked with staff.
She Louis Theroux her way into Flappers, dude.
Yeah, she should have done the documentary.
Yeah.
You know the one we watched? They're delivering food now. We should get Amy H in there and give her 2 cents. See what she thinks about Flappers surviving the pandemic.
And in true shop fashion, dude, where's the 300 pages of evidence? Where's this documentary? They got rid of the trailer on YouTube.
Oh, that's right. They deleted all the comments about me, and then the trailer's not even on YouTube anymore?
Mm-mm.
Huh.
The only place that trailer is Raccoon Tweeties, baby.
Interesting. Okay. Burbank, and then also funny to like the smoking thing.
Yeah.
It's like, and they smoke in the back. They do. They have this like weird, near the parking lot, there's this cage where the employees go and smoke. You've seen that, right?
No, I've never been that far into Flappers.
It's in the parking lot. I usually park there when I'm going to see AMC movies.
Yeah.
But in the parking lot, there's this like weird little cage thing that employees go in the back and they all smoke cigarettes and probably talk about like why they're doing this. All right. Let's read the next
They
one.
probably talk about the advice they got from Ken Pringle.
R.I.P. Ken Pringle. His wife is a boy now.
This one is from Jennifer W. She bought
another
tickets.
Barbara. You can read anything with Barbara in it. I love people talking shit about Barbara.
She bought tickets online for New Year's Eve for the 10 p.m. show and she arrived early. It suggested to arrive early. Real life things happened, so we couldn't make it an hour early like suggested. Oh, okay. If Flappers is suggesting making it an hour early, dude.
Yeah, and do what?
Yeah.
What are you supposed to do there?
To join the that's how they get their interns.
Get there they try and get people that go to the show to be interns. Get there an hour early, and if you get there early enough, you can have one of our $8 monsters.
So we get there and we sat next to another couple at a table that would even fit all our orders, and we pretty much sat in an aisle and waitress. So I see a few empty seats and open, and I asked Barbara, the quote unquote owner, could we have a better seat? Instead of accommodating our request, the first thing she asked is if we wanted a refund.
That's hysterical, dude.
She wanted a refund?
So you're saying that these people that came to watch the comedy show, they asked for a better seat, and Barbara just responded, "What, do you want a refund?" Barbara has no chill. Who does that? How is this place still in business? They're the reason they're doing so bad.
Yeah.
Flappers is their own worst enemy.
Yep.
Hey, I'm sorry to trouble you, Barb. Would it be okay if we got a table closer to the performer. We're huge fans of Jay Leno. Do you want a refund? Where did she go to business school? Moron.
She says, but Barbara needs better business ethics and stop selling more tickets than seats available.
Yeah.
She'll never come back, and I wish I could give it a negative star.
Good for you, Jennifer. Speak up.
What the fuck?
That's what says fuck you in it.
This one's Douglas C. from Valley Glen. Nice looking place. Too much pressure on the 2-item minimum. $10 a ticket and then $4 and a 5-cent bottle of water. So for a date, 10 times 2 plus 4 times 4 equals 36. Fuck you. It would be worth it if for good comedy, not beginning comics in a room with a waitress, understandably just doing her job, being a distraction in a room that is far too loud.
Dang, that guy really nailed it, dude. These people definitely were at Flappers. They are not. These are not fake reviews.
Yeah,
they're nailing the experience of Flappers.
This one says that 2 comedians out of 10 were funny.
Sounds like a Yoo-Hoo Room show.
The best part of the night was the macaroni. I will not be back. I ordered a Chivas on the rocks, and that was the most watered down drink. Couldn't even taste the scotch. Ordered chicken wings, and they were not fried, but boiled. Pizza was okay, and the Cobb salad was not quite up to par. The entertainment was decent, but for $160, the food should have been a lot better. $160?
Damn, that's expensive. I keep expecting like somebody to be like, and at the end, the owner Barb came out and did something bad. You know, like every review just has something bad about Barb.
Yeah. So basically, this one's saying that he paid to see Doug Benson, but it was a bunch of Doug Benson's friends, and Doug Benson did not do 1 minute of stand-up. And then he keeps repeating himself. Doug Benson was first and probably last actual comedian they featured, and they barely counts.
Duh, Doug Benson was high. What do you expect? That's his whole thing. Joshua.
Then he compares this to the John Lovitz Comedy Club in Universal City Walk.
Yikes, you never want to be compared to that. That place isn't even around anymore.
Yeah. Barbara, what are we doing here? Let's see here. So there's a lot of ones. Oh my God. Timothy had a terrible experience. Timothy he wrote a 1,000 word essay.
Yeah, we'll skip Timothy.
Let's search Barbara.
Yeah, search Barbara. Search Barbara and then search Nicole too.
Barbara.
Just a business owner.
Oh, that's...
Try Nicole.
Look at that serial killer smile she has right there, dude.
Yeah, she's a scary lady.
Can we zoom in on her face there? Look at that. Oh my God, dude. A little more.
Cold-hearted comedy.
Oh, she looks scary.
Success by any means necessary, but no success really though.
Let's see here.
Try Nicole.
Okay. I doubt she's gonna show up anywhere.
I know, but we gotta try.
No. All right. Went to a show on Valentine's Day. It was a disaster. Don't bother buying the Yelp coupon if you want to use the free entrance, because you can set up the free entrance with other coupons, but they'll try and argue with you that you can't use the Yelp coupon with the entrance. Double standard, yes, and very stupid. Oh my God. Wait. How many scams can we rack up on Flappers?
Don't bother buying the Yelp coupon if you want to use the free entrance, because you can use the free entrance with the other coupons, but they'll try and argue with you that you can't use the Yelp coupon with the entrance. Double standard. I don't know. How many coupons do they have?
I don't know.
What is the other coupon he's talking about? Purchase a Yelp deal.
Yeah, so there it says purchase a Yelp deal.
Oh, man.
Oh, shit.
I bet that was Coco Briscoe that gave herself a tip.
So.
Wait.
Yeah.
This one looks good. Did I mention I'm African American? The majority of my party was too, except for 3 comedians. Your white privilege gave you the courage. I thought it gave you to 2 million. What is this about? Wait.
Bitch, please is how she ended it.
This is definitely about Barb.
Waiting for the comedian friend I saw perform, we decided to meet up in the bar. Since we hadn't been there ever, we walked on outside one door and back in another. A group of 3 to 4 men and women at this point. I was stopped and aggressively questioned by this oddly dressed older woman questioning.
Do you think she's saying that she's oddly dressed because she was in Flappers stuff, or just like regular Barb weird shit? I'm feeling like it's regular Barb weird shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
After tiring of indulging the elderly, I asked her why she was questioning me. I heard blah, 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 and next time don't go outside with the water bottle. At this point, my patience and civility was gone. I told her this is what I am going to do as I proceeded towards the trash. Dropped the bottle on partially consumed unbranded Arrowhead bottled water and walked out. Okay. She's probably just another Barb too.
Yeah, it sounds like Barb on Barb.
Yeah, it sounds like
African American Barb versus white Barb.
Yeah, Barb met Barb. That's the movie. The next one is Michael S.
Dude, this one's about burnt. You got to read it.
Okay. So a group went to Flappers a week ago, a cover charge and 2-drink minimum. The MC kept encouraging everyone to try their fantastic food, quotes.
We're delivering food now.
We had already eaten dinner at a nearby restaurant before we went, but decided to try their quote-unquote fantastic desserts. We split a slice of red velvet cake, a plate of chocolate chip cookies, and 2 apple pie pizzas, in parentheses, their specialty. The cake was your basic store-bought right out of the fridge. The cookies seemed to be pre-made cookie dough that had just left the microwave. Now the coup de grace, the apple pie pizza, arrived. ... Both crusts were burnt.
Yes. ...
Yes.
Ever they even burnt the fucking dessert pizza. That's hilarious. I told you, it's not just me. This is from 2014.
Oh, that's not all, folks.
Yeah.
On top, they had placed apple pie filling right out of a can, which seemed to have been reheated.
Ew.
One pizza was apple-less and had to be returned. ... It came back double burnt.
Imagine you order apple pie pizza and there's no apples. That's just pizza now. How is there no apples on an apple pie pizza? First of all, that's disgusting. I wouldn't order that with a gun pointed at my head. It does not sound good.
That's disgusting.
When was that their specialty? I missed that era. I never saw it on the menu. Maybe it's because I would never consider getting a dessert at Flappers. I didn't know they had a specialty at all. I was assuming it was a Flappy Fries. The Flappy Pizza, you know?
I like this little add-on at the end. If you must go to Flappers, at least save your stomach and don't eat there. But who's like needs to go to Flappers? Nobody needs to go.
Yeah, there's no reason to must go. Yeah. Honestly, their food is not bad in my opinion.
Yeah.
I joke about them burning the pizza, but the food I've had there has been okay.
Okay. Let's see here. This is another Latino here.
Yeah.
Jose from Los Angeles. Went there tonight to have a nice dinner. This is 2016. This is after Trump got elected. To have a nice dinner and drinks with my friend and instead listen to some asshole talk about us Mexicans only having one person per household that is legal. This is not comedy. It is hatred and bigotry. This is also pre-George Floyd.
Dude, was Bapa doing... Bapa was doing stand-up in 2016. This might be him.
Yeah. Then he went off on the 2 guys sitting next to each other about how he should feed each chicken wing dipped in ranch and try not to think sexual while he is eating it. This is definitely
This is 100%. This is 100%. Then he said something about being Mr. Whole Foods and how flaming Cheetos and all flying all over the room. I don't know what.
The 2 men kept saying they are only friends, yet he kept insisting how they are in a relationship and it's okay to call him Catalan. What? Catalan. This was shocking for you to let someone that supports hatred, bigotry, and xenophobia and ignorance on stage. You should be ashamed of yourself. Are you sure this isn't Dominic?
Caitlyn, probably. Like Caitlyn, whatchamacallit? Caitlyn
Jenner?
Jenner, yeah.
Oh, okay. Joel D. He's just got a problem with management, waiting for food and drinks. Everyone's just waiting for food and drinks.
Yeah, it's kind of boring. It's just regular restaurant problems, that kind of stuff. The 1-star review is only for Orny Adams, the uneducated comedian.
Orny Adams.
Orny Adams sucks. I had 1 tickets to see Orny Adams last night. What a waste. Absurd insult comedy about gluten intolerant people constantly. First off, he pronounces it wrong. Glutton means you eat too much. Gluten is the protein in grains that people cannot digest properly and causes them intestinal distress. That's hilarious. So this person is like gluten-free and they're mad that Orny Adams is insensitive to that.
Yeah.
Orny Adams is this guy that like gets booked at the Improv all the time and like different clubs. I guess
I know Orny Adams.
Yeah, you know him already. Yeah, he was from that Seinfeld movie, The Comedian.
He's a bald dude.
Is he? No, he's not bald.
He has thin hair then.
Yeah, that makes sense. He's horrendous.
Yeah,
but I don't know why comedy clubs just keep booking him. really bad.
Yeah, comedy clubs don't like being good places.
Some don't.
She's a huge Christopher Titus fan.
Well, Titus is funnier than Orny Adams.
All right, that one's way too long to ever read. Nobody's ever read that review. Okay, so let's do the searches here for Nico. No Nicole. What about Barb? Oh, there's 5. There's 5 on this one. Okay, here we go. Kelsey B from Glendale. My boyfriend and I had general admission tickets to a celebrity show last weekend. On the ticket that says call for reservations, so I did twice. More than a week in advance, and again a few days before the show. I was told both times by different people that I do not need a reservation if I already have my GA tickets. When we got to the door, we were told that the original headliner canceled and the replacement show was sold out. I explained the situation to the hostess and again to the manager, Barbara. She giggled and said she was still training some of the people who misinformed me. Her way of compensating for their errors was to hold onto my tickets and stick us in a different show in the smaller room. I'm appalled at the customer service and am not satisfied with how they resolved the error.
I want so bad for her to be like, what do you want, a refund?
Yeah.
I want that to happen again so bad.
Oh, dude. Greg M. This is where Barbara barks back. Nice. Why is there different pictures for Barbara? She has different accounts.
She might well do that, you know?
Greg M says, don't like text spam. If you're that desperate to send unsolicited text spams to random people, your place must suck. And then Barbara in 25 days later, she
25 days later. That's a good thing to point out. Yeah. That's so long from like
Flappers Comedy does not send our unsolicited text messages. Anyone who wishes to obtain text messages from us directly would have to subscribe by texting Burbank or Claremont to 76626. The message you received may have been sent by an outside performer who is producing a show at our venue. This is not an excuse, just an explanation. We have asked the independent producer to stop any unsolicited text messaging. Please accept our apology for any inconveniences may cause. Hope to see you at Flappers sometime soon.
So she's saying that one producer did this? How does she know which one did it?
Well, I'm assuming like email lists or like phone number lists if they have those outside of comedy shows, right?
Mm-hmm. But she's saying we have asked the outside promoter who is producing a show at our. Oh, we have asked. So I understand now. So basically, she's saying we've asked any producers that do that to not do that. I see. Never mind.
Yeah. Also, too, it may have been a different issue they had like 20 days after this thing happened. And then she resolved that. And she was like, oh, by the way, this probably happened on the Yelp or whatever. I'm wrong. I'll cut that part out. Just kidding. Let's go to the next Barbara mention. Oh, okay. Wait, that one was we already went that one. Okay, so
Barbara is saying that is apologizing to Jeanette about something. Now we'll have to read what Jeanette is.
This is when Barbara was more concerned about her base of Yelp reviews. This is on 9/11 that Jeanette wrote this review, and Barbara responded by 9/18. Yeah,
she's getting better at responding.
Yeah. This comedy club does not honor reservations, and if you make an error when you order tickets, it can't be reversed. They will give you a quote-unquote gift card for any additional funds you may have used to purchase tickets on your credit card. When you call to make a reservation and want to use your gift card to pay for the tickets, you must drive to their office in Burbank. The tickets cannot be bought over the phone with a gift card. Well, I thought I can go down there to the club the night of the event and use my gift card. After all, I did make a reservation. Not quite, ... Pay text have priority over gift card reservations. You will get to the event and it will be sold out. Very poor business ethics. Terrible customer service. I will stick to the Ice House in Pasadena.
Damn, they're so bad at like business. They truly don't understand how to run a comedy club. It's like full of scams and weird things. You got a gift card. Why can't you? Why does it get priority over paid?
Also, very passive aggressive message from Barbara.
We'll see you Saturday.
We'll see you Saturday. She has not expressed wanting to be there Saturday, Barbara.
That sounds like a threat. Like Barb's going to come to her house on Saturday. Like Flappers people are going to go to Jeanette and beat her up. Like, you talking shit, Jeanette?
Yeah, there's a asterisk that says Cox gun. See you Saturday.
If Barb said see you Saturday to me, I would be like, I don't know about that.
Let's just skip the middle line of this one. The first line is, my husband and I were there Saturday night to see Jeff Garland. The worst show we ever seen.
Sounds like Jeff Garland.
He was boring. Let's see here. Barbara?
Yeah, search for Barb.
Oh, a lot of Barbara messages here.
Man, she really don't like her.
Oh shit. Berenz has a very long one here. So Drew Lynch, who was incredible, pops out right off the bat there. By the way, Drew Lynch has no stutter now, right?
He got rid of the stutter?
Right? I heard somewhere that he got rid of
I
the
didn't
stutter.
know that.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Is that possible?
Probably not.
Let's just leave it there. I came with a group of 8 people for my little sister's birthday. Pay for our tickets $40, which is not a big deal. It didn't, as Crystal Lee would say, didn't make a dent, right? Order the drinks for everyone like ballers. I mean, come on, we're celebrating my little sister's birthday. $90. She's like keeping track of the money here.
Yeah, this woman seems fun.
We sat down and decided to order some drinks and get some food, $60. There were a couple of comedians that went up before the main attraction who was super funny. I've been told by my friends and fam that I have pretty contagious, loud, and silly laughter that gets people around me giggling. A lot of my comedian friends invite me to their shows so I can encourage some extra laughs and out of people. Hey, if you're watching the show, Berenz, come to one of our shows.
Yeah,
please.
come to it, please. You sound great.
I get it. I laugh funny. That's all good with me. Things took a crazy turn as I was enjoying the comedians. The owner of the club first came up to my table and hushed us, saying we were being too loud. Wait a second. Too loud at a comedy show? Okay, I tried to quiet down a bit, but like I said, I have a loud and silly laugh, and I couldn't help but laugh when the last comedian went up, and I could feel her eyes piercing my soul.
I get it. Barb stares at you like that,
Yeah.
you get scared. She seems like a demon woman.
And looking over at me, parentheses, I had no idea she was the owner at this time, but saw that she was sitting about 5 feet to my right.
Yeah, scary.
So I leaned over to my dad and said, "This is the comedian from Burbank that I was telling you about Drew Lynch." Barbara Holiday, the owner, then came right up to my face and said, "You need to be quiet or else I will kick you out. I am the owner." Why is it like this character is being like, we're not even doing this. People are doing this on Yelp.
Yeah, other people have written these. Yeah,
Yeah.
we have nothing to do. We're not even trying. I didn't go into this thinking every review is going to be about Barb, but I'm not surprised.
But I think 2 words myself makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I couldn't hear. Okay, so you need to be quiet or else I'll kick you out. I am the owner. I couldn't really hear what she said, but I could literally feel her hot breath on my face and the smell of the alcohol she was drinking. Oh, Jesus Christ, Barbara, what's happening, dude? This goes to show how loud the entire place was. She felt she had to come right up to my face and yell in it. After this, my night just went right down the toilet. I was upset, but I did not want to ruin my sister's night by storming out, so I then decided I should just walk up to Barbara Holiday after the show. I saw her on my way out and told her she was rude to me and completely ruined the main attraction of the show for me. She came up with sorry excuses for her behavior and blamed customers and everyone else but herself. She even blamed her manager, who was super nice to me, by the way. I didn't hear any apologies from her discussing behavior towards me and my group, but I did let her know I would be writing this Yelp. So here it is, Barbara Holiday. Maybe take a day or 2 off to release some stress.
Barbara has a manager? Is that what she's saying?
No, the manager, probably the under Barbara.
Oh, okay, good.
Barbara responded. Let's see. So that review was on the 13th, and it took Barbara approximately 15 days to find the letters on the keyboard.
That is so funny that she takes so long to respond to all these things.
Thank you for your feedback. We really try our best to create a great comedy experience for all guests, and that includes on occasion having to ask people to lower their voices in the showroom. That being said, I do apologize if my tone came off as rude. That was not the intention. Flapper's collective goal is to maintain a level of courtesy for both comedians and guests so that everyone may enjoy the comedy show. Very totalitarian of Barbara.
Totalitarian. What do you mean?
Yeah, she's like, she in some weird way, Barbara feels as if she has control over the mood of the show.
I would love to see Barb writing that back. She's like typing it. I wonder if somebody else wrote that for Barb or she wrote it like gritting her teeth.
Yeah.
Probably like sharpening a knife while she did it. A lot of unsolicited text message things.
Oh, another one. They thought they can get away with it, dude.
Another scam.
And honestly, dude, yeah, there is a lot of text messages from flappers.
Yeah, tons of emails, texts, everything.
Yep. Thirsty
dean.
ass foos.
You get like the dean of like their newsletter.
Yeah.
And then it's like, we're looking for this kind of position. Comedians wanted.
Let's search for Nico, even though I don't think it's going to show up.
Dang, I got so excited when that one almost showed up.
Yeah. Let's go to page 3. All right. Let's go Nico first. No, and then Barb. No, none. So these ones, we're not coming here anymore. It's racial biasing. They were rude to us. They keep picking on us. We went back recently. We were held back. And they call them immigrants. Oh, man. That was probably Barbara, too. Let's be honest. Yaraz, first time at Flappers, it was an exclusive event, so we paid more than a regular event would cost. The show started 20 to 30 minutes later than the actual time, which pushed the comedians' times on stage to like 7 minutes per comedian, which is completely ridiculous. One of the comedians was just insulting a homosexual couple in the audience. This is Brendan Shaw.
What I'm laughing about is like it seems like a common thread that there's like a homosexual couple or two guys sitting next to each other, and someone at Flappers is like, "Hey, are you guys gay?"
Yeah,
maybe that's just what comedy is.
Oh wow, this is an experienced flappy head here, dude. Mr. MR. I've been going to Flappers regularly for a few years now, about 16 times a year. Wild.
Damn.
That sounds like you in fourth wall. I usually enjoy the experience. I went to see Maria Bamford April 9th, hoping to enjoy the show and some dinner beforehand. I usually dine before the show and the food is pretty good. Unfortunately, Flappers thought it would be a smart move to piss off all in attendance by cramming them in for the show. Needless to say, I could not eat dinner elbow to elbow and didn't order any. The seating was worse than a low-cost airline. Okay, that's a good one. Having just got off work, I regret not dining elsewhere. What a crappy flappy experience.
I called when there was that scandal with South by Southwest. What's that? Southwest Airlines, when all the planes were grounded. I called Flappers the Southwest Airlines of the comedy clubs.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Pizza. Then we got a pizza one. This is Everett B from Los Angeles. Worst comedy place ever. Hate it there. They will not make you feel welcome, and it makes you hate your life. Terrible place. The comics are bad too, and the pizza is worse than Papa John's. I hate this place with my life. Very bad place. Do not go to here unless you want a bad time. I am transgender.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
Why the last sentence?
Yeah. I don't know. Is it some sort of like street cred in the comedy game now?
I don't know if it's fun. It's a funny thing to add.
Yeah. David Zaslav. Do you know who that is?
That name sounds familiar.
Let's see here. He's really upset about the salad, as far as I can read. Heckling is to be expected at a live comedy show. Okay, this guy's an asshole. Sienna. Not too happy with this place aside from the 2-drink minimum per person. You have this cock guy saying racist jokes and it's lame. Probably not going back. Haha, cafe is way better anyways. It's not, Sienna. I've been here 2 times. The wait staff has been absolutely terrible. So, Flappers management needs to realize that they're driving their servers to insanity because they are total understaffed. We have proof of that. Coco Briscoe.
Coco Briscoe. Look at what they did to Coco.
She changed her first name.
She changed her name. She's harassing her neighbor. She's allegedly yelling things at people.
She went to jail. That's allegedly.
She got arrested for TikToks. It's dark once you leave Flappers, but a lot of people have been able to leave and be okay.
Yeah.
Probably after therapy and self-searching. But they do some messed up stuff to people.
Imagine how many cold cases would turn hot in Burbank if we just point them to Flappers. You know what I mean?
You think Barb has actually hurt people physically?
No, I got my eye on Joshua Snyder. Just kidding. Very upsetting experience. Arrived, waited in line for Kevin Hart's show, and once we received our tickets and moved forward to be seated, one of the attendants let us know that they have oversold tickets for the show, and there were no seats left. That makes absolutely no sense to me. It's like Flappers is not used to being able to sell out anything,
Yeah, the second they have too many tickets or like a big act, they're like, oh no, shoot, we already sold every ticket.
It's like when you go to war with somebody, but they use your tactics against you. You know what I mean? Like Flappers' tactics is like, we need to sell out every show. We need to do all the press all the time. Mm-hmm. And then Kevin Hart comes and they're so used to doing this like overselling routine.
Right. Possible. It's possible. Or they just don't know what they're doing at all.
I didn't even know what I was saying. So yeah.
I think it's probably that.
Let's go to the last page. Okay, let's do our usual searches here. Barb and Coco.
No, Nicole.
Oh, Nico.
Dang.
Nope.
Oh, well.
Have we got to the one that you were sent yet?
No, but I think I just saw it at the top. It's Karen.
Okay, Karen M. Okay, I want to read this.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone is on the hustle, and we all know the game at these clubs, but there are a few tricks these folks are pulling to steal your hard-earned money, and for one, all caps, for sure is illegal. I attended a show there today, and only way I could buy a ticket online was online. I tried to buy one in person, but the box office was closed. So they slap you with a $5 service fee when you're first forced to use their online purchasing portal. No reason, no actual service, just a mandatory service fee for a service that requires no extra costs and saves them the cost of an actual employee. They also ask way too many personal questions about your address. It's straight up taking your info and forcing you to pay $5 for absolutely nothing. Hustled. Then we go in the showroom, and most of these shitty clubs force you to buy a minimum of 2 watered down, way overpriced drinks. But that is their bullshit hustle, and there's no way to avoid it. But there is their straight up con. On every single one of your checks, they added some sort of bullshit illegal 2.5% credit card fee. Again, this is not if or when you're paying with a credit card. They just padded every single bill there with this fee. You're hit with this in advance of paying with anything. I was paying with cash, and so were other folks at the club. But Flappers first rips you off with a mandatory credit card fee. See photo, and I guess they hope you pay it without noticing. You multiply that with every check at every show, they are stealing thousands of dollars every night, straight up theft. So, to recap, bullshit service charge when ordering online. Then, of course, the usual comedy club 2-drink minimum. Whatever they all game you with that. But this credit card fee is, which is absolutely accidental. Every single person at my table and probably every single other table was charged that preemptively. Before we even paid our bills, even with cash. This place is stealing customer money. See photo for proof. This should be illegal. Do not go here.
Wow.
So he paid with cash, right?
So this is exactly what the other person was saying, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing, but they're adding that they paid with cash.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just an added thing. And then Flapper's justification for that again is that gas stations do this.
Yeah.
I guess because everyone pays with a credit card at the gas station.
Yeah, but gas stations don't do a percentage.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. So it's even more ridiculous. The 2-drink minimum is just a club thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you should expect
It's a
that.
processing fee. So like even at this liquor store down the street, it's like even Arco's 35-cent processing fee for debit cards. Yeah.
Right. But isn't there like a limit sometimes? Like I know like at the liquor store, it'll be like, you have to, there's a charge, but only if you spend under like $15, right?
So maybe it's like worth it to them to just not even charge you the charge if it's under $10.
Well, if it's under $10, they will charge you because it's not worth it. The
Exactly.
processing
Exactly.
fee.
Yeah.
But Flappers is like, regardless of whatever it is, even if you have cash, we have already charged you a percentage
Yeah.
of what you paid for.
Yeah.
And it goes up the more.
And
That is nuts.
I mean, their Flappy Fries were $7. And this is before inflation, dude.
We stumbled on a real controversy here, I think.
Yeah.
Because, to be quite honest, during this episode, I've been a little tired and slurring my words. I don't know why. But this is a big deal. They are charging people incorrectly here.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is wage theft.
That's Blockbuster.
But not of their employees. But but
And
it's
also
still
they're
wage
not
theft.
paying employees, they're interning employees.
That's wage. That literally is wage theft.
Yeah.
If you don't pay people to work, yeah. So there's a lot of stuff. Flappers revealed, on today's episode a little bit.
I'm down to go get a job at Flappers.
Why? What?
I mean, inside eye, dude.
Oh, to expose them from within.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's no reason to do that because they don't have any money to the whole idea, you'd sue them, but they don't have any money to give you back,
True.
They're wasting it on whatever horrible business practices they have.
I wonder how big Barbara's house is, dude.
Probably not that big.
I mean, wasn't there a big
He probably lives there.
Wasn't there a big deal about Bert's back room and the amount of money that lady made?
There was something where she she was trying to save it, so she asked for charitable donations or something like that, but then she just used it on herself, or at least that's what people say. Comedy B. Can't trust him. All right. Well, is there any other good ones, or should we go to Scott?
Let's see. Girl from Glendale, California. Very disappointing is the last two words. She had a problem with the lady in front of her. Susan from Burbank. See, everyone's got this problem with the 2.5% charge on the credit card.
Stop it with your hustles, flappers. Stop charging 2.5%. That's crazy.
Wow. Oh, shit. False advertisement, no show.
Well, every comedy club does this.
Adam Sandler.
They're like, yeah, Chris Rock will be there. And then they're not there. But what do they say about the comedian that was there? They say he talked about what?
Where?
Oh, yeah. We had to sit around and listen to people talk about vaginas, racism, and politics. You know what? That's comedy. What else? Any other reviews?
John D.
Yeah.
Georgina from Chatsworth. Just left here tonight with a group of female friends. We were having a great time. They sat us in the front row and were laughing so hard. We were told we were laughing too hard and not to laugh at anymore. What, are you fucking kidding me? It ruined our whole night and stopped the interaction with the comedian. So many audience members left. Went to talk to the staff to ask why he did that. He kept calling me darling. I'm not your darling. And don't tell us to stop laughing at a comedy show. I've been coming here for over 10 years. Not another show more.
That's the problem with making your theme of your comedy club 1920s. You get into character and you can't stop. So when people come to complain to you, you're like, darling, listen.
Yeah. Look at
Darren Carter is such a loser.
He made
Darren
a fool
spelled
of
wrong.
himself. He really failed. Not only were his jokes stupid, but he's a fucking idiot. He failed so bad the crowd was not even laughing. It was embarrassing, and I wanted to throw the bottle of Perrier at his stupid forehead. Seriously, I would try to avoid him at the comedy show. He's a racist loser. Other than that, this place is great.
Nah, he's not racist.
Look
That's
at
ridiculous.
But he had a review 3 years before. Wow, I had a blast over a few weeks ago. I can't wait to go back. I still replay the jokes in my mind when I'm having a bad day. The service is amazing. It's so funny.
That is funny.
Also, garlic fries suck ass. Sunday was ruined. However, this time I decided to try mix icy mint sundaes. Natalie R. Waste of a Friday night and a babysitter.
Flappers is ruining people's lives.
Yeah. My review is on the food only. It's awful. I tried the burger dry and bland. Tried the wings. They were stale. Never ordered. The fries for obviously from the freezer. Yeah, that's the last review there.
All right. Well, we read all the 1-star reviews. Some of them are great. Some of them are a little boring.
I mean, I was kind of curious to see all the NPC 5-star reviews.
Oh, you mean like whether they're fake or not?
Yeah.
Sure, we can look at that.
All right, let's see. Because the fake ones are like 5 words. Let's see here really quick. Where do you go for 5-star reviews? Here we go. Look how many 5 stars they got.
6. How many do they have?
They have a whole bunch of 5-star reviews.
Okay.
278 5-star reviews.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Girl that took 3 pictures there. Looks like a pretty they look like Barbara's kids there.
It's funny that she responds to the positive ones, but not the negative ones. That's kind of like what we do on YouTube.
It still takes her a month. It took her 20 days to respond.
Yeah, what is she doing that she can't respond to these Yelp reviews?
Just like we did with the negative ones, we should do the positive ones. Try to find Barbara. This comment made our day. We love Christina. And we'll definitely pass this along. Thanks so much for coming in. Let's see. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah. They went to go see Jay Leno.
Before he hurt himself.
The wait staff was super friendly and service was fairly quick. Fairly quick. I don't know. Barbara's not really up and down this thing. I mean, it's so funny that the pictures are kind of like, okay, this
is that Matt Chimber?
Yeah. Drew Lynch, Matt Chimber.
Dang, 2015.
Yep. I wonder if any of these have my name on them. That'd be hilarious. I did a bunch of shows at Flappers way back in the day.
Who didn't? Who didn't be? All right. Well, this is pretty boring. Let's go to checking in with Scott.
Jeff Garland is the best. Okay. Let's see here. Checking in with Scott.
Checking in with Scott.
God damn it. It's so hard for me to type with my thing like this. Let's see here. Scott Lurs. Boom.
Nice. He tweeted finally. I don't own a home, but I can still tolerate lactose.
Like.
Good. Yeah. Sometimes milk is hard to drink, you know? You got to look at what what you can do, not what you can't do.
Yeah. I think somebody responded, "Damn, bro, cutting deep."
I don't know what that means, but I'm glad that Scott didn't like it. You don't have to like stuff when it's not funny.
Yeah.
You can just leave it. If a reply's bad, there's no reason to like it, just to be nice.
But yeah.
All right, well, that's the show. Hope you enjoyed it. We did reviews on Flappers. We're pretty crazy, two crazy guys. All right, bye.